Picture this: a reigning monarch stepping onto the small screen alongside a legendary explorer to confront one of humanity's most pressing crises. That's right, King Charles is teaming up with British naturalist and adventurer Steve Backshall for a one-of-a-kind Christmas special that promises to captivate and challenge viewers. But here's where it gets controversial. In an era where royalty often walks a fine line between tradition and modern activism, is it appropriate for the king to lend his voice to environmental causes? Let's dive into the details and explore why this documentary could spark heated debates. This festive offering, a full 90-minute documentary airing on ITV, brings together King Charles and the 52-year-old explorer to delve into the profound effects of climate change. To set the scene, Steve embarks on a journey that mirrors a pivotal chapter from the king's past, specifically retracing the steps of his 1975 expedition to the Canadian Arctic, now marking exactly half a century since that transformative trip, when he was just 26 years old and still known as Prince Charles. The young royal participated in thrilling activities like dog sledging and even a daring half-hour underwater dive beneath the Arctic ice at Resolute Bay. Accompanied by the Royal Canadian Navy, dressed in a striking red wetsuit and equipped with scuba gear, Prince Charles described the experience as splendid but bloody cold, in his own words. Yet beyond the adrenaline rush, the trip was a deep dive into learning, quite literally and figuratively. He immersed himself in the rich culture of the local Inuit people and witnessed firsthand their deep reliance on the surrounding environment. This encounter ignited a lifelong commitment to protecting the planet, fostering his belief in the value of living in harmony with nature. And this is the part most people miss: how a single adventure shaped a monarch's worldview, long before environmental issues became the global headlines they are today. Fast forward to the present, and Steve Backshall confronts the stark realities of change. He examines how the Arctic landscape has transformed over these 50 years, highlighting the alarming acceleration of climate change in the region. For beginners wondering what that means, think of it this way. The Arctic is warming at a rate roughly 3 times faster than the rest of the world, leading to melting ice caps, rising sea levels, and disruptions to wildlife and human communities. It's a vivid example of how climate shifts aren't just distant threats. They're already reshaping our planet in tangible, urgent ways, affecting everything from polar bear habitats to global weather patterns. Steve himself reflected on the experience with a mix of inspiration and solemnity. To see the Arctic through the king's eyes, then and now, was both inspiring and sobering. Standing where the king once stood, diving beneath the same Arctic ice he explored half a century ago, was humbling beyond words. His Majesty was raising the alarm for the natural world, long before most of us realized how urgent that call would become. His commitment to protecting our planet runs through every fiber of this story. His words underscore a counterpoint that might divide opinions. Some could argue that the king's early advocacy proves royals have a duty to champion causes beyond ceremonial roles, while others might contend it's controversial for him to blend monarchy with activism, potentially politicizing a position meant to remain neutral. Adding another layer, the documentary's director, Marshall Corwin, shared his own insights. It has been a real privilege and eye-opener, seeing His Majesty the King as never before. His extreme spirit of adventure, his genuine passion for the planet, and his mischievous sense of humor. This portrayal humanizes the king, revealing sides of him that go beyond public perceptions, which could fuel discussions on whether leaders should be more transparent about their personal beliefs. Titled Steve Backshall's Royal Arctic Challenge, this special is slated for ITV's Christmas lineup, promising to blend royal history with contemporary concerns in a way that's both entertaining and educational. And speaking of related royals, you might enjoy reading about King Charles and Queen Camilla's upcoming Vatican visit, or Prince William's praise for emergency responders. In wrapping up, this documentary isn't just a nostalgic look back. It's a call to action that juxtaposes a monarch's personal journey with the planet's plight. Do you believe royals should actively campaign on issues like climate change, or does it blur the lines of tradition? Is the king's environmental stance admirable or overly political? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with his lifelong passion, or do you see potential controversies in royal activism? We'd love to hear your take.